the worst candidate, the dumbest of all candidates. But he was dumb in prime time, as told to me by a senator from long ago. He said, who's the dumbest in the Senate? Who's the smartest in the Senate? The smartest is, I won't tell you, but the dumbest is Joe. I said, who's Joe? He said, Joe Biden. That was 25 years ago. That was in prime time. He is the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics. If I lose to him, I don't know what I'm going to do. I will never speak to you again. You'll never see me again. No, how do you lose? He is, honestly, Jeff, I go up and these guys are grilling me all the time. Stephanopoulos grill. It's okay. It's all right. It's okay. I think it came out very well. It comes out well. You have to be able to answer. They're very weak compared to some of the foreign people that we deal with from foreign countries, the leaders of foreign countries. But I say, he's always using a teleprompter. I don't care if he uses a teleprompter. You know what bothers me? That means the fake news is giving him the questions. Because they're giving him, so that's what really, they never gave me the questions. If I ever said, in fact, I'm going to say it now. I want from now on you to give me the questions before you ask me. And I'm going to read the questions off the teleprompter. And the questions are so easy. Did you see Anderson Cooper? He's a nice guy. He's interviewed me over the years, a lot. But he's a tough interviewer. Did you see those softballs? What do you think? Donald Trump is a very bad human being. Do you agree with that? Yes, I do, Anderson. Okay. No, I've never seen softballs. And actually, they're getting hit by it. They're getting hit by it. It's just a terrible thing. I mean, this is a guy, I used to call him 1% Joe because he ran numerous times that he could only get 1%. In fact, he actually had 1% with an arrow pointing left. That means less than. Now he's shot. He's like got half of his head left, and he's out. Think of it. He's totally shot, and he ends up getting the nomination. He couldn't get it in prime time. What the hell is going on with the world today? What's going on? What's going on with the world, Mark Meadows? Unbelievable, Meadows. Oh, boy. He's a smart guy, Meadows. Great, great guy. North Carolina. In just 3.5 years, we obliterated the ISIS caliphate. Remember when I had it down to 99%? They said, you got to finish it. I said, let somebody else finish it. And we went and we finished it. We fixed our disastrous trade deals, which we have. China's now paying us billions and billions of dollars. But, I view it differently now. I view China much differently now. After the plague came in, I view it differently. And we brought your jobs back home to North Carolina and our country. In 3 years of President Trump, real median household income rose by almost $7,000. Now think of that. 3 years, right? Achieving the highest median income in the history of our country. This is in 3 years. Under 16 years of presidents Barack Hussein Obama. Ladies and gentlemen, it's President Barack Hussein Obama. Or is Rush Limbaugh, the great... How great is Rush? Do we love Rush? As Rush Limbaugh would say, Barack Hussein Obama. You ever hear Rush? Barack Hussein Obama. Rush is great. He's doing well, too. He's great. He's a tough guy. We love Rush. We love you, Rush. He watches every one of these shows. He supported me when I came down with our great First Lady. I came down the escalator. I made a speech. I didn't even have a speechwriter. I had to wing it. The winging speeches are the best ones, like last night. But Rush said, I like that guy. I never heard that before. I never heard. We're going to build a wall. We're going to have secure borders. We're going to make new trade deals that are, like, sane. We're going to do all the things. We're going to rebuild our military. We're going to have a strong country again. We did so many things, and Rush heard this. I didn't know Rush. I mean, maybe I met him once, twice, for 2 seconds. And he became an instant fan of Trump. And he was for a long time before I even got to know him. And he's been so important. He's the king. 39 million listeners. There's nobody like him. Try sitting down for, 3 hours, and talking, just talking with everyone, like 39 million people, often. Try sitting, we love Rush, I love Rush too, but listen, try sitting down with a radio show with millions and millions of people listening and talk for 3 hours without phone calls. You know, phone calls are easy. Hey, what do you think of this? What do you Just talk. Talk. And everybody finds it fascinating, and it is fascinating. I wish I had time to listen more often. It's a little tough as president. But everybody finds it fascinating. And we gave Rush, because he's such an important person and done such an incredible job, the Presidential Medal of Freedom in Congress. And Catherine, his wife, is great. What a couple. What a great, but Rush has been unbelievable. He's so on our side, and he was from literally day one, right from the beginning. And we don't have to mention Sean and Laura and so many others. We don't have to mention Lou, the great Lou Dobbs, right? I mean, Lou Dobbs said, you know, Lou started years ago, and he liked us from the beginning. He said, Donald Trump is going to be a very good president. Okay, that was the first little time. Then he went, Donald Trump, yeah, Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump, but he's the best since Ronald Reagan. Then he went, Donald Trump is an even better president than Ronald Reagan. So that was about a year and a half into it. Then the great Lou Dobbs said, Donald Trump may be the greatest of all time, greatest of all time. And then somebody said, could I ask you, Lou, when you say the greatest, does that include Abraham Lincoln and George Washington? He said, absolutely. He's now the greatest of all time, so we love Lou Dobbs. Lou Dobbs is great. Go out and buy his book. His book is great. But we have great support. We have great support. Tucker's been very good lately, I have to tell you, Tucker's been very good. Tucker Carlson, he's come a long way. He's actually, you know, the whole thing with faking around with our whole history. He's very strong in that. We took care of that very powerfully, very powerfully. We signed an executive order. We fired a lot of people that were talking about cancel culture and a lot of fake stuff, that were getting paid a lot of money, that were here for a long time. Under 16 years of Presidents Obama and Bush, the median income only rose $2,900. Now think of that. So 3 years, it went up 7,000. 16 years, it went up less than 3,000. I'd say that's a big difference. And that's not including energy, because look what you're paying for your gasoline now, right? Remember those days? Remember those days of $5? You said, let's get rid of that big truck. Now you're all buying bigger trucks than they ever thought possible. Because, you know why? Because gasoline is so damn cheap. Right? Remember the $5 days? Now you're at below $2 a lot, right? Below 2. I mean, they're seeing numbers that nobody believes. It's all good stuff. And we're energy independent. So many things have happened. If you add $4,000 or $5,000, so you're talking about by $11,000. You got to add the energy. I said to my people, put the energy in. Well, I don't know if it's right. I said, do me a favor, just put it in, okay? In my first 3 years, we lifted 6.6 million people out of poverty, the largest poverty reduction of any president in American history. We built the greatest economy in the history of the world. And now we're doing it again, and we're doing it very rapidly. This is a super V. You know, they said, oh, I don't know, V is going to be very hard. No, this is a super V. We will deliver a safe and effective vaccine this year. It's already in very good shape, very, very good shape, in a matter of weeks.